fun begins.
How's it going?
Hello.
Well,
Greetings, young Jedi.
hello there.
Hey everyone, Hybrid Toy Reviews here, and today we are taking a look at not a Star Wars The Black Series. I have made a rare exception to my normal collecting habits. Today we are taking a look at the Marvel Legends Daredevil from Daredevil Born Again. I love this show. The original Netflix Daredevil run is a stellar series, and I'm not the kind of guy who hates everything new for the sake of being new, so I went into Born Again open-minded, and I love it, love it, love it. Matt Murdock is adapting to the MCU beautifully, and I am so excited to finally have this figure. I remember when this figure got teased when the first episode aired, and they showed us that insanely dynamic promo photo of him throwing the baton. Sick! I loved every bit of it. So, I'm really excited about that. I have had the old Netflix Legends Daredevil since I found it on the shelf at Walmart back in like 2016. Picked up the Punisher back then, and they have been some favorites in my Marvel Legends collection ever since. But I gotta tell you, just looking at the new one in the box, I don't think I want to play with you anymore. And here's Daredevil in the packaging. We'll take a good look at this. This is a nice special box. I think all the Marvel Legends are square now, but it's got some nice printing. And we don't look at the Marvel Legends boxes that often anymore, so let's take a look. Has your Marvel Legends series up above with a warning. Daredevil's name here, the logo for the show. Excellent logo. 4+ Hasbro. A big window showing Matt and his many accessories off nicely. This side of the box features a beautiful picture of him. Nice red, very bloody looking, just wow. Then you have your Marvel Legends series down there. Wraparound window with his name again, Legends series, and another profile of him. Just wow. Back of the box, awesome artwork. Legends series again. Daredevil, a bio in varying languages talking about how he is, in fact, a very good lawyer. I've met the man, and he's confirmed it as such. But Matt Murdock is a really good lawyer. Bunch of legal stuff, Marvel, Hasbro, Barcode, more legal stuff, and the Daredevil Double D's logo, which has yet to actually appear in the series, but the leaked suit for Season 2 has it on the chest. We're finally gonna see it. Yes, I'm so excited. Really, really amped to get this one out of the box. Let's open them up. So here's Daredevil out of the packaging, and oh my god. Alright. Let me tell you a little bit about the Hybrid Toy Reviews protocol here. So, I get a figure, I do the opening segment, I record the in the box segment, and then I open it up, and I usually mess with a figure for about 10-15 minutes, get a pretty good feel for it, see what I like, see what I don't like. Black Series is a pretty standard formula, so you kind of know what you're getting on all of them, it's just whether the details line up. But I've messed with this figure for about a half hour, putting him in some fun poses, taking some photos, and I really like this thing. Just initial curb appeal here. Let's take a look at the accessories. So, Daredevil comes right out of the box with two hands pegged on the wrists that feature the grabbing hands for the billy clubs, which we will get to. But he comes with some swappables. He comes with a swappable left hand. It's a little bit splayed out. It could be a grabbing. It could just kind of be a open hand like during a fight. It has a red plate on the back of the hand and a horizontal hinge. And then he comes with a right hand fist, which again, a red plate on the back. It's really more of a maroon. It looks really red on camera, like with all the lights on it. But objectively in person, it is more of a darker red, so I like that. But that looks really good. I've seen a lot of people complain, why not 2 grab hands? Why not 2 fists? Give 6 hands. I don't know. There had to have been a budget reason. I'm not mad about it. It doesn't bother me in any way. I'm going to be honest, the item grabbing hands are so closed because the billy clubs are skinny. They look like punching hands to begin with. You could have just not even given me the fist and I wouldn't have cared. So I just like that we're getting any option at all. And then he comes with his iconic billy clubs, which are uniquely sculpted. Both of them are two unique ones. A little bit more silver on this one on the top, whereas this one just has like the one silver section. This is like two silver sections stacked. There is a nice sculpted knurled pattern. There's a silver ring at the bottom, and it just goes... It's like they tried to paint it, but it didn't totally hit. I kind of wish the bottom was all silver, but whatever. The top features some peg holes. On the old Netflix one, actually one had a peg and one had a hole, and you could plug them together to make a longer billy club, which he somewhat regularly does. He makes it, longer just to have more reach when beating people with it. And they don't give you any option for that here. He's just dual billy clubbing it, or they do give you a rope effect. It has a nice woven sculpt. It is pre-posed, but it is very soft. It doesn't hold a pose. You can't, stretch it out and leave it. It will spring right back. But point being, it is flexible. You can work with it. And the clubs, as mentioned, have a hole in the top of each one. You can plug them in like so, and you can use that for any type of posing you feel you would like to make with that, and I love it. You can also just take the rope portion off, and he features working storage for the clubs. You just fish them through the brackets on this hip holster, and that also looks really, really good. Now, taking a look at the Devil of Hell's Kitchen, whose work is never done. I'm really loving this. I like the head sculpt a lot. You only see the lower half of the face, but that's Charlie Cox's mouth. That's it. It looks really good. I like the beard they got going on. Matt's a little bit scruffier in this show. He's been having a pretty bad year, and it's a good look. I do like how he looks. He has some gray paint on the sides over the ears, which just accentuate, or it shows off. He wears like a balaclava underneath the helmet, and just cover the sides of the head. It's not just a helmet piece. It looks really, really good. I like the paint there. The helmet, the eyes are a nice red. Looks really good. And he's got some gray paint showing, accentuating the sculpted in line work. There's a texture all over the helmet, and the entire figure really is show accurate. It just looks really, really good. I'm loving everything here. Working down the figure, he's wearing that dark red, like maroon bodysuit. Again, the camera makes it look a little bit of a brighter red. It's not that bright in person, but it looks really good. You've got gray, like dark gray. It's not black, it's dark gray, which is show accurate, and it just looks really nice. That textured sculpting all over the entire figure looks really, really good. I'm really digging that. The belt looks good. Got some sculpted in buckles and stuff in there. You've got the straps on the thigh with the clips in the front for his billy club holster. Got some big bulky knee pads. And then he's got like the black woven upper calves and then the boots over top. 3 straps on each side. Nice paint going around the back. Just looks superb. I really have nothing negative to say here. It's a lot of, black, dark gray, and maroon, and it captures the look from the show very well. It's a very good sculpt, and it's just a really fun figure. Let's go ahead and run through some articulation. This is kind of the appeal to me of looking at something I don't normally do, because I'm very much a Star Wars The Black Series guy, if you couldn't tell from the cabinets in behind, in case you're not a Black Series guy, but you're just here because you saw a Legends review. But in the comment sections of my videos, you'll somewhat regularly get people, why don't they do this? Marvel Legends does this. So I actually think, as a collector, it's not a bad thing to check out other lines and see what they might be doing as their standards. But yeah, there is value in just seeing what the other lines have going on. It's just good knowing, what Hasbro's doing across the board. I'm not the person that's like, well, Marvel Legends is doing it, so Black Series should, or Black Series is doing it, so Legends should. They are different designers on different teams, but they work for the same company, so you would like to think maybe there's some conversations between departments here and there. So let's run through the articulation. They do some things pretty different from Black Series, some things I actually kind of like, a couple of things I'm not so crazy on, so I will tell you what I do and don't as I go through. He features a ball on a hinge for the neck, and then the bottom of the neck is a ball joint, so you can get some pretty good attitude out of the whole neck. You can get him to hinge up that far. You can go that far down, get some side to side, some pivot in there, that little Matt Murdock, blind head tilt a little bit, and that works very, very well. I like how that is a lot. The Black Series double ball is okay, but just it doesn't let you very often get a figure looking that high up, I feel. It's always a little bit more forward. This is just a little bit of a better angle than some figures that I've recently had get. So I do like that. Of course, he also doesn't have like any hair going on because of the helmet, and that, Star Wars is a long hair mullet franchise. So then the arms can come up higher than a T-pose, get back to a T-pose. There is a ball joint. It's not a butterfly joint, it's a ball joint that goes in, and then it's got this like gray like cup around it, so you can actually like butterfly action all the way around, which is really, really cool. That's neat. I like that. Of course, then 360 at the shoulders with an upper bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows, which is nice, but I'm gonna be honest, I kind of prefer the Black Series singles. It's a little ugly looking. I kind of like the single and the swivel more than the bicep and the double personally, because those deep cut singles do go pretty far in the Black Series. 360 wrists, the Billy Club holding hands hinge up and down, which is nice. You might want him to be able to point those a little bit more. He features a upper abdomen ball joint, which allows him to twist and get a little bit of pivot out of it. He can crunch that far forward, which is nice, although you do get a little bit of a back jut going on there. You can go that far back, which I guess gives him a front jut going on in there. You can actually see the articulation in there. That's a little ugly. I think I said, but yeah, he has some pivot. He has a waist swivel, so you have double action, waist articulation. That's nice. He can do, with the Billy Clubs in, he can't quite do a true split. I guess you get him out of the way, you can get it even higher. He can kick pretty far forward, tiny bit back. There's an upper thigh rotation with double jointed knees that allow him to kick his own rear, and then he can point straight down with his feet pretty far forward, and there's a forward facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get him into some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the ground. Getting him stood up, he just looks really good. What fun articulation. So here's the new Daredevil next to the Netflix Daredevil, the Spider-Man No Way Home Matt Murdock, and then the Netflix Punisher. I haven't reviewed the new Punisher yet, but keep an eye out. I have him, and it will be coming very, very soon. As you see, he is the same height as the Netflix one, which is cool. He's a touch taller than the Matt Murdock, which makes sense when you put him in boots and a helmet and stuff. It's not like a big difference in any way. And he is similar in height to the Punisher. I think it all works out very, very nicely here. But you can just tell, compared to some of these older figures, that Matt Murdock is reusing some older Legends, suit body parts. The Punisher and the Netflix Daredevil are 10-year-old figures at this point. This one just visually looks a little bit better on the shelf, and I think he will look good with some older figures, but he's definitely a cut above the rest. So at the end of the day, what do I think of the new Daredevil? I think it is amazing. What a great figure. I love everything about this. I'm going to be honest, I love this figure. It probably is disrespectful to it to just put it on the spinning stand. There we go. I whipped up this little 3D print in anticipation of this guy. This is a rooftop diorama made by Multiverse of Plastic. You can get the file on Cults3D.com, and it was only about $5 or $6, so it was a really good pickup, and it was a pretty fun print to make, and I think it makes this figure come to life so much more. A little bit of a New York City inspiration, brick walls, a little bit of a fancy roof edge, a gargoyle. I mean, cool stuff. What insane ability to pose with these accessories. He's got that open hand, looks like he's throwing that billy club, which is just waggling right in your face right there. Just wow, what a super cool figure. Easily my favorite Marvel Legend of the year. Not that I do too many of them, but I mean, come on, this thing is so good. I am really, really amped by this. I love it. I'm excited for the obvious expected repaint we're going to get for the Season 2 costume, where it's this suit that he's spray painted black and put the WDs on, or the double Ds on, because we've seen those leaks. Everyone has seen those leaks. There's bits of the black rubbing off and you see red underneath and stuff. Just what a beautiful, beautiful action figure. If you're into Daredevil at all in any way whatsoever, pick this one up. You will not be disappointed. That's all for this time. Thanks a bunch for checking this out. I know it's not a Black Series. It's not my normal stuff here. So if you're a standard watcher, just thanks for checking out something a little different this time. If you're not from around here, feel free to hang out. It's mostly Black Series, but once in a very rare blue moon, a Marvel Legends slips in, and of course Comic-Con vlogs and toy hunts and anything else. So hope to have met some new people over this. Hope that everyone that's seen this has had a good time. And until next time, I hope each and every one of you has a good one. Bye!